My nanny doesn't count calories or track her steps. She's honestly never been on a diet, but she's lean, active, and glowing at 78. And me, I've tried everything from counting calories to mood swings. But sometimes I still get bloated. Hi, I'm Simran Valecha, a certified weight loss coach, and I've lost over 10 kilos in 6 months. I work alongside my mom, an ACE certified nutritionist, and together we've helped over 5,000 women globally lose 2 to 3 kilos a month while eating out at restaurants. My mom's 52, but she doesn't look a day older than 40. And it's not just good genetics, it's habits passed down from my nanny that she still follows every day. And these are the same habits I teach all my clients. If you want practical, science backed weight loss tips that actually work, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Now let's dive in. Early dinners or your own rhythm. You've probably heard eat before sunset to lose weight. Sounds simple, right? Except it wasn't for me. When I started my weight loss journey, I was working a 12-hour job from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. So it really wasn't an option for me to eat dinner before sunset. So what did I do? I looked at my own body clock. I would sleep at midnight and wake up at 7. So I gave myself 2 hours before I got into bed after dinner. That small change made a huge difference. Less bloating, better sleep, and more energy. It's not about copying a clock. It's about syncing with your own rhythm and energy. That got me thinking about how we actually eat. Because it's not just about timing, sitting cross legged while eating. I never paid attention to this until I started sitting cross legged while having my meals like my nanny would. Turns out that sitting cross legged actually improves your digestion, makes you more mindful about the portions you're consuming, and improves your overall blood flow. Clients who tried this told me that they actually felt lighter and less bloated. But before you eat, have you ever noticed how your mind feels? Because that's a big part of the puzzle. Pre meal rituals, prayer or gratitude. I used to start my meals stressing about calories and macros. Then I tried something simple, pausing to say a quick prayer or taking a few deep breaths before I actually started eating. That moment of gratitude calmed me down, lowered my stress levels, and believe it or not, helped me shrink my stress belly. One of my clients told me, I stopped counting calories and macros and started counting my blessings, and I've never lost inches faster. Okay, now let's talk about food for your gut. Fermented foods, the secret skin booster. One of my clients sent me a homemade achar and she told me it was the secret to her good skin. And you know what? She was right. Fermented foods like pickles, kanji, and dahi are loaded with probiotics, the good bacteria that your gut loves. A healthy gut means better digestion, clearer skin, and easier fat loss. If you want, I've shared an easy kanji recipe in the description below. Make sure you check it out. Now, here's another easy habit from every Indian household that you can start today. Post meal walks. Move a little. In every Indian household, you'll see people going for a walk after their meals. It's not just tradition. 10 minutes of walking actually stabilizes your blood sugar, improves digestion, and even leads to better sleep. In the fitness world, we call this NEAT, non exercise activity thermogenesis. Fancy term, but it's just about moving more. By the way, if you're liking these simple habits, inside my diet program, we weave these rituals in so busy women like you can actually lose 2 to 3 kilos a month without giving up their family meals and social commitments. Now, on to the sixth one, barefoot walking, grounding your body. One of my clients in Dubai was struggling with panic attacks and anxiety. I suggested barefoot walking, just walking on grass or sand for a couple of minutes a day. She told me that it made a huge difference, calming her mind and improving her posture. I personally do this once a week. It's easy, calming, and free. And while we're on the subject of calming things, the seventh one is no screens after sunset. Blue light from your phones and laptop actually messes with your melatonin, your sleep hormone. Our ancestors only had candlelight back in the day. So I made a conscious effort of switching off screens after dinner and switching to a book and a lamp. I sleep deeper now and wake up with fewer cravings. If you think that's simple, wait till I tell you what 5 deep breaths did to me. Deep breathing, calm before the meal. Before I eat, I take 5 deep, slow breaths. This tiny ritual slows me down, helps me eat more mindfully, and lowers my cravings. In Ayurveda, this activates your parasympathetic nervous system. Basically, it tells your body all is okay. And when your nervous system is calm, fat loss gets easier. But even with all this, if your stress is high, it can undo all your progress. Low stress lifestyle. Slow down to slim down. Our ancestors lived life with purpose, not with the busy hustle that we glorify today. In today's world, I know this seems impossible. Sometimes, even finding those 5 minutes to journal can be stressful. On those days, I actually make a conscious effort of taking a step back, looking at my routine, being grateful for everything that I've done today, and then looking into the benefits of how I'll feel after I find this 5 minutes to journal or apply this castor oil patch. My clients tell me that the biggest change for them wasn't the food, but it was actually slowing down. Now, the last habit is something you've probably seen your nani do too: eating with the seasons. My nani never ate watermelon during the winter or cold foods during the monsoon. She drank ginger tea to stay warm and boost her immunity. Now, I plan my grocery list according to the seasons. It keeps my digestion and cravings in check. Let's quickly recap the habits that we learned today so you can try them now. Eat dinner at least 2 to 3 hours before dinner or sync it with your rhythm. Sit cross legged while eating. Pause for a prayer or deep breaths before your meals. Eat fermented foods like dahi, pickles, and kanji. Take a 10-minute walk after your meals. Walk barefoot on grass or sand at least once a week. No screens after dinner. Take 5 deep breaths before eating. Journal to manage your stress. Eat seasonal fruits and veggies. You don't need fancy diets and gadgets to lose weight. You just need to reconnect with the wisdom that was passed down to you from your ancestors. In my diet program, we combine these habits with modern nutrition so you can lose 2 to 3 kilos a month without giving up your social life or stressing about calories and macros. If this video made you rethink everything you know about weight loss, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and share it with your friend who's also struggling to lose weight. Bye.